Hi and welcome to Little Hatchlings Art Lessons. Today I'm going to be drawing another one of Bluey's friends. I am going to be drawing Snickers. Instead of starting with the eye like I normally do, we're actually going to start with his nose. So his nose is similar, just a triangle with rounded edges, and then a highlight inside of it. Okay, and then we're gonna go, oh, I should finish doing that. Okay, and then we want to go kind of straight back. He's got kind of a long nose, like that. And then right above his nose is his hat. And so this is a little bit trickier, but we can do it. We're gonna make a rainbow shape right here. Okay, and then it's gonna go straight back like this. Okay, and then over here, we're gonna draw his ear. So we're gonna start right here from the nose and go to here. So we're drawing a diagonal line, and that's gonna represent his ear, and then his eye is gonna do a curved line like this. Okay, and then his other side of his eye is right here, and it's gonna curve up. And then the pupil is right there. Okay, so that's one of his eyes and one side of his ear. Okay, so here's the top of his nose, right? And then his other eye comes up like that. And then you can't see the top of it. It hides behind the hat. And then it comes around and down and over like that. And then we're gonna draw the pupil, try to meet it up with the other. Okay, so right now he kind of looks angry, but that's all right. It's because of the hat, but we'll fix that soon. Once we get the smile, he'll look normal. Okay, so that's part of the hat, and then the other part of it curves back like that. So this is like the underside of the hat, so you can draw a little shadow to help you remember. And then the top part of the hat, we're gonna do a curved line, and then it straightens out to right there. Okay, and then there's gonna be a green section here, and the rest is gonna be yellow. Okay, so now let's move on to the rest of his nose. We'll finish the other hat in the other part of the hat in just a minute. So we're gonna come down diagonal like this, and then it's gonna curve right there. And it's gonna go straight to about right here. And then it's gonna curve up just ever so slightly. And then we're gonna draw a smile line. And then we're gonna draw a curved line under here. And then it's gonna go up and over. Okay. Now we're gonna draw the other ear. So we're gonna start a curved line here and come down. And then keep coming down the really long ears past his chin, then curves out. Then it comes back up. And then we're gonna shoot for right around here to meet those up. Like that. And then right above here is where those meet up. Okay, and then it curves down like that. And now we can draw the rest of the hat. So we're gonna start right here, and we're gonna shoot for over here. So we're gonna draw a curved line to connect those. Like that. And then a little topper right there. And then a little line right there, and then you can draw Australia right here. Kind of looks like a jagged jelly bean, and with a little island down here. Okay. And then right here, we're gonna have a line where it's darker brown. And it meets up right here. And then from here, we're gonna go straight down for a long time. But in the meantime, we're gonna draw a little bit of his arm and then the rest of his ear. So it's gonna meet up over there, curve up like that. So that's the rest of that ear. And then the rest of his body comes down like this. And so we're gonna measure here to here and here to here. So we're going to about, so it's like 2 ear lengths is how long his body is. And it's just long and skinny, and it curves at the bottom. Okay, so that meets up, and then his feet, you just go in a little bit from the edge, and curve it around and up. And same thing right here. Curve it around and up with 2 little toe lines in each one. And then his little tail comes down and back up. And the top part is dark brown and the bottom part is light brown. And there's a dark brown part on the legs here with light brown feet. And then his arms, you can kind of see them right here is where the dark brown part is. And then his other hand is right here. So 3 fingers and a line right here. And then his backpack. Actually, it's not his backpack. It's part of his hat. It's really long, apparently. This part is green, that part is yellow, and that'll do it. This one was a little harder, and in fact, if you did it with pencil, you can make one change if you need to. I made that eye too big, so I'm just gonna make it a little smaller. I'm gonna bring the hat over just a little bit. And if you didn't make it with pencil, no worries, you don't need to make any changes. I'm sure yours looks great. And we're just having fun. I'm only changing it because I can, but I didn't really need to. It would have been fine, you know what I'm saying? But since I used pencil, I want to change it a little bit. And I want to bring the ear in a little bit. But like I said, it would have been fine otherwise. Okay. I'm going to color in time lapse, and then you can look at mine for reference. I hope you had so much fun drawing with me. You can pause it here and finish coloring it if you need to. And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos, and I'll see you next time.